Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fine. Keep in mind that you have to wash your hands regularly. You have to wash your hands with soap. 20 seconds. Please keep that one in your mind. So, today again, year 3, before we continue, you will still go to your bag. Whether your bag is inside the room, go to your room, take your bag, take your English learner's book, activity book, notebook, pencil, eraser, everything that you need to do your work today. Okay? Unit 7, lesson 4, have you ever? Use of English, irregular verb. Open your learner's book on page 96 and 97, but we are going to focus on page 97, and then your activity book, page 82 and 83. Our objective is you're going to listen to a poem on page 97, speaking, interview a partner, read a poem. On page 97, write about something you have never done. I think you have done it in your notebook. Language focus, present perfect. Have you ever? Irregular verb. But what we are going to focus today is irregular verb. So, what is a verb? What is a verb? What is a verb? Okay. A verb is a word used to describe an action, state, or occurrence, and forming the main part of the predicate of a sentence. Some verbs are regular, but others are irregular and more difficult to remember. I know irregular verbs have been more difficult for you to remember. I know, but don't worry. You're going to focus on it and you will be able to recognize and memorize all of them. Remember, this irregular verb is not only in year 3, still going to be in year 4, year 5, and for now for year 3 is just easy. So the more you continue, the more now you'll be able to understand. But for now, be able to recognize and memorize them, so that when you are in year 4, if your teacher asks you or give you any questions about irregular verb, you are able to remember. I hope by that time you will remember Miss Andrine told me that if I move to year 4, I'll be able to find the same thing. So please keep it in mind, recognize and memorize irregular verb. I know it's difficult, but it's better for you to do it now. Let's review our previous lesson. We learned about your previous lesson. We learned how to change regular verb to the past tense. We add ed to the end of the verb. For example, present tense, I play football every day. Past tense, so you have to add ed. I played football yesterday. Not to remember. Year 3, if I said not to remember, keep this one in your mind. Please don't forget this. There are no rules that exist to form the past tense for irregular verbs. There are no rules that exist to form the past tense for irregular verbs. Do you understand? There is no what? There are no rules. Irregular verbs doesn't follow the pattern in the simple past tense like regular verb do. They are very different. You can't simply add ed to the verb to show action in the past tense. It's necessary to recognize and memorize these verbs. You see, you need to recognize and memorize these verbs. I know it's going to be difficult, but keep it in your mind. Let's read the following sentences. Sentences with irregular verbs, present tense. I ran to school. I ran in the morning. I ran 5 miles every day. I ran to school. Does it make sense? Is it correct or is incorrect? I ran to school. You have to add ed. This is incorrect, totally incorrect, because run is an irregular verb. Regular verb, we don't add ed. Sentences with irregular verbs in the past tense. I ran to school. I ran in the morning. I ran 5 miles yesterday. Notice, no ed was put at the end of the verb. No ed was put at the end of the verb. So before we continue year 3, there is a chart. Take your learner's book. Take your learner's book. Open page 142. 142. We have irregular verb chart. We have verb, we have past simple, and we have perfect simple. So please go through this chart. Make sure you recognize and memorize them and keep it in your mind. Okay? Don't forget that. The following are examples of irregular verb. Eat, ate, eaten. As you look at page 142, can you see it as a verb, symbol ate, and perfect simple eaten? Yes, I can see it. Let's practice by making a sentence. He eats hot dogs every day for lunch. He ate hot dogs yesterday for lunch. He has been eating hot dogs all week for lunch. Ride, rode, ridden. Check on page 142, you will still find it there. Keep it in your mind, the verb. So, as I told you on page 142 learner's book, please memorize them. So what you're going to do for me is read and listen to a poem on your learner's book, page 97. On page 97, you have a poem. It's about have you ever done. So take your CD, as I told you earlier. I hope your CD is still in your computer. CD 2, track 4. Please play your audio twice in order for you to answer the questions in your book. And after you finish, listen to track 4, read the poem on page 97, and after that, please, you can finish your activity book on page 82 and 83. It's not difficult, it's just easy. They said Alex and Daisy live in the United Kingdom, but they go on holiday to other countries. Alex collects t-shirts from all the countries he has been to. Daisy collects dolls from all the countries she's been to. Look at the pictures. Answer the question with sentences. So as you can see, Alex collects t-shirts from Kenya, Japan, and Greece. Daisy collects dolls from India, Mexico, Greece, and Korea. So read, follow instruction. You'll be able to answer this question. It's not that difficult. It's so easy. But still, if you have any problem, let me know. Use of English, page 83. Still, write the correct form of the verb in the space. See the irregular verb on page 142 of the learner's book, as I've shown you earlier. Then answer the question with a short answer. So, if you still use the irregular verb, just look at page 142, you'll be able to answer questions. 83, over to you. Write new question using the draw a picture to go with each question. So in the box, you have to draw a picture and you have to write question using the same verbs. If you still have any problem, year 3, please don't hesitate to send me a message. I'm here. I will help you anytime, okay? If you still don't understand, please let me know. So after you finish your work and everything, we have here our link at Kahoot challenge game. So what you are going to do is just copy this link, copy and paste it in Google, open Kahoot. After you open Kahoot, there's a challenge pin. Take the pin, put there, you'll be able to log in. After log in, you have to create your name. Please use your name that I know, so that I will be able to grade your marks if you understand about irregular verb or I need to reteach again. To use your correct name, if your name is Muhammad Mustafa, write your name is Muhammad Mustafa. If your name is Yusuf, write your name Yusuf. Don't use any name that I don't recognize them in the class, so that I'll be able to grade your marks. It's easy, but if you still have any problem, please let me know. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself and keep practicing at home. Don't forget that.